Hello vertical adventurers. Today we want to talk to you about how you can get into indoor bouldering. It's 2023, the world of indoor bouldering is moving on. We want to give you the most up-to-date guide on what you need to know to get into indoor bouldering. What is bouldering? We've come to this video to find out what you need, but do you know what bouldering is? Bouldering is when you climb up a wall, up to about 3 or 4 meters, no ropes, mats, and up you go. I'll demonstrate now because I'm amazing at climbing, not. Generally, indoor bouldering, all the holes are the same colour. There'll be a place to start, and you work your way up the route. When you get to the top, climb back. We're going to start with what you need to get into indoor bouldering. You don't need a lot. You need a set of climbing shoes, a chalk bag, and a good go-to attitude. So what are climbing shoes? You can climb in your normal shoes, your normal trainers, but what you'll feel is yourself slipping off. A climbing shoe is a rubber/synthetic shoe that's specially designed to give you extra grip in climbing. As you can see here, it has a really rubbery face on it, gives you extra grip while climbing. These will make your climbing a lot easier. When you first start, you can hire these from your local centre. Your local bouldering centre may even have free hire. It's a great way to get started, but when you get your first own shoes, that's when you'll truly elevate your climbing. You've got your shoes, now you're on the wall, you're slipping off, it feels really sticky. There's this white powdery stuff floating around. It's not what you think it is, it's chalk. Chalk aids us grip onto the wall, reduces our sweat, it increases your friction on the wall. You need yourself a chalk bag. Now for bouldering, I suggest you get a bouldering bucket, as by this one for Black Diamond. Keeps lots of loose chalk in it, it's really nice. It allows you to pop your hands in and climb really well. You don't need chalk, but chalk is a good way to A, look like you know what you're doing, and B, climb harder. Number 3 is about safety. How do you keep yourself safe on the wall? You might think, we're climbing up 4 meters, to then go to the top, and there's no ropes, there's a right way to fall off. And what happens when you fall off? Well, the mats underneath you are designed to reduce the risk of injury and break your fall. They won't stop your risk of injury, you can still get hurt. I'm an advocate of that. I've hurt myself many times bouldering, but they will have that. So therefore you don't need to buy a crash mat. Amazingly, the climbing wall has got it. If you go outdoor bouldering, you do. You've got what you need, but what are the tips for getting started? First thing you need to do when you get climbing, as much as you want to jump on the wall, is get warmed up. We have a great video on what you need to do for a warm up here, or no, it's up there, sorry, I think. But basically, get your heart rate going, then get yourselves on some nice easy climbs. I'll do that myself. I'll do some jumpy things, then I'll jump on the wall, and I'll do some nice easy climbing. You've got yourself warmed up. You've done your first couple of climbs and you start to think, this is okay, how can I get better? What are the tips to help me go from punter to pro punter? Okay? What you need to do is use your feet. What lots of people will do is drag themselves up the wall with their hands. Now that's not very efficient. So I'm going to give you some tips on footwork focus. I want you to look at your feet, make sure they're on the hold before you look away, and really push through them with the tips of your toes. Through that, I'm making sure I'm pushing with my legs, not pulling with my arms. We've got ourselves warmed up. We're working on our footwork. Now, how do we move ourselves on the wall? It's all about balance. It's about using your big head, because this is heavy, over your body weight to move it, okay? So on this climb behind me, I'm gonna stand on the wall with no hands. It's on a slab. We've got a video coming explaining the different styles of wall. But basically, I want to stand on my feet and see if I can balance on one leg. So I'm gonna stand up, onto the wall, and let go. Now, like me, you're probably not going to be able to stand on the wall for a very long period of time, but I want you to play feeling with your balance position. So when I get on the wall this time, I'm actually going to stand on my right leg up here See if I can stand in one way. What you'll see there is that I actually put different arms and limbs sticking out in different directions to balance myself. I had one arm out and had one leg out. Kind of makes a counterbalance, a bit like a tree. One thing I want you to think about is how hard are you gripping the holds? Because it's very tempting to really pull onto the wall really hard. But how long do you think you're going to last if you go really hard? Okay, you've got to get yourself on the wall. Just relax your hands. Be nice and gentle with your fingers. Just caress your way. Okay, so you're going to get on the wall, and I want you to feel, what's the gentlest I can hold the holds? Okay, using all sorts of holds to move your way forward. Chill. That's all you need to do. Chill on the wall. What happens when you keep falling off and you just try and try again? One of the key parts of climbing that a lot of people don't tell you is you need to go and rest. Climbing is a great sport where you can just lie on the bouldering mats, look at your climb, make it look like you know what you're doing, but rest. Really good for your muscles, gives you time to recuperate, rest before you go again, to pull hard, but not pulling with your hands, pushing with your feet, chilling with your hands. Final thing I want you to think about, we've given you what you need, we've given you our tips, it's about safety and etiquette. There's a respect and a way to climb and a way to make sure you're safe. What you need to make sure when someone else is climbing, you don't climb underneath them. Wait for their turn, give them lots of space, talk about the climb with them, but make sure there's lots of space. If they fall off, you're there. So if you're going to sit on the mat, sit away from the wall, and make sure when there's someone else climbing, especially on an overhanging or a prow, which is a pointy outy bit, okay, sticky outy bit, you know, when you have to walk around it, make sure there's lots of space. Another thing about respect and etiquette is these holds get really chalky, because I've told you to chalk up. It helps you, makes you know what you're doing, and it makes your grip harder. What you need to do is continuously brush them. We find that there's not enough people brushing holds. If we all brushed our holds, it'd be a lot easier. All you need to do is get yourself a brush. If you're any of these tips or tricks or things you need, if you look at our next video, you could send it to someone to buy you for Christmas. Get it the brush and just get the hold going. And as you can see, chalk comes off, much easier to hold. There you go, guys. Everything you need to know, what you need to get into bouldering, tips, and for your safety and etiquette. If you've enjoyed the video, there's a button for that. Share it with those people that need to know, especially those who might climb underneath you in the video. We'll see you in the next one. Do all the things.
So this is bouldering. So basically, this is a climb which Liam wouldn't be able to do because he's shit.
Why a shot? Why am I not in shot? With that clear chiming. So good, man. That was going to be so...